Mark, listings are coming up like crazy still. We're at the end of October almost, and they're just pounding out here.
Well, one reason comes to mind for me, and that is some sellers probably wanted to wait to list to see what the rate hike is, sorry, rate decrease is gonna play out in the market. But looking at this week's sales, I'm not seeing a robust market or an increase in picking up on sales. I think it's kind of short this week. Not seeing a lot of solds, seeing tons of inventory coming available. And I really still think that the sellers are unrealistic.
Well, yeah, I'm going to share the board so everybody can see what we're seeing. So
And
this is Simcoe County in the like the
go Barry only if we can.
well, I what I can do is so right now in 7 days we got 405. So all I can do here is I can sort it by municipality.
Okay.
Well, no, I can't even do that, can I? No, because there's so many that you can't search that many.
All right. Well, that's a lot for Simcoe County anyway. In 7 days, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of inventory, right? And you know, I
Well,
am
that's huge considering Barrie has like 850, 60 listings, but the outer areas, the outlying areas don't have as much.
flip over to Barry and see what the total listings are, and then we can look at September's, and then we can go by range because I want to break it down for the viewer to see if we see some certain ranges decreasing or increasing inventory. And I'm going to probably say they're increasing. We have the September's numbers.
Well, we
There
do have some sales going on.
some, but not near based on the inventory, not enough.
We're at 630, so it's going to be at almost the same.
I think it was 625 if we look at the spreadsheet. And I'd like to see it by range. I don't care about the 5 to 6 because there's just not a lot of product there. But the 7, 8 range is a hot range. And let me and I'm really confident in saying this is that there's a lot of sellers thinking that this rate decreases are going to drive the market. Historically, I could say yes, but I think there's more moving parts in this time around.
Well,
Economy,
there is. And I was talking to a client the other day and I said to him, listen, like you have to realize that nobody came out of a pandemic before, you know? Like when's the last time that happened?
no.
So 6 to 7, we have 91.
Okay, we're going to go over to September viewers to see what
That's what I'm doing right now. So 6 to 7, we had 71.
okay, so that went
And
down.
now we have 91.
91. So okay, so inventory went up in the 6 to 7 range, correct?
Yes.
And
So we
that's
had 71, now it's 91.
went up 20, and that was done at the beginning of October. So we're 20, let's call it 24, I think it's 24 days in. So what's that? So really nothing's really happened in that lower range in the marketplace.
Okay, 700 to 800.
Okay, but do you agree what I said or no? What do you think before we go on to the next range? Is it fair to say
Well,
that? We're not seeing that's a low range. That's a hot range for this community. Six to
okay,
seven.
so I can try this. Hold on. Let me do this first. 7 to 800, 142. Last time, 141.
So
So we're basically even, right? So between 6 and 7 sold
let's see that. Let's go to 7, 8 next.
in 25 days. 29.
29. But then, okay, so we sold 29, but we've increased the listings by what? I don't got my glasses on.
Well,
So
last month we sold 40 at that range,
yeah, now we're at 29. So
and we're almost at the end of the month. Now we're at 29. But what that's telling you is there was a bigger influx. If we sold 29 and we're now at 91, that means double came up, like 50, 60 came up.
yeah, and it just happened so fast, right? And
Yeah.
you're right. We have an influx of inventory. And I don't know if the market understands that. The market understands it, but do the buy and I really believe the buyers understand it because they do. they're not, they have a lot of product to shift through to see, they have a lot of choice at the end of the day to see what's going to fit in their budget and what's not going to fit in their budget. I'm
Holy shit. Are you ready?
sure.
Are you really ready? 8 to 9, 113, 98. It went down.
Went down. So we saw some sales in 8 to 9 a little bit.
Yeah. So now if we
Or
do this, 8 to 9, 19
people took them up,
sales.
or people took them off the market.
I think some of them must have took it off the market. We only had 19 sales.
Yeah, right. And it's normal to see that. We're coming into November next week. We got 4 weeks left this market, maybe 5, and then it really peters out. So, that's it. But
9 to a million. We have 18 sales so far. So we're up. But let's see what the inventory is.
I still believe this market's going to be
We have 97.
down.
See, so the inventory went up. The sales went up, but the inventory still went up higher.
Yeah.
So we see there's a big influx.
Oh, there is. And we've seen tons of listings. And I'm sorry to say, there's tons of overpriced listings coming up this week. Holy cow. Like, I got buyers looking in that million to million two range, and I'm getting texts all the time from, which is great, and I appreciate them. And every time I go back and give my feedback on them, saying the same thing: price, price, price. Oh yeah, that's been listed back in July for 1,165,000. Now it's 999. That's a better price, but I still don't think it's $1 million property.
Well, you know what else is funny? In the $1 million range, 173 listings. There was 183 before.
Yeah, well, again, that's a range where we see some terminations too. People will take it off.
13 sales.
13 sales. So, at the end of the day, I still think this market's going to be very flat in transactions. We're definitely not seeing price increases in this marketplace.
Well, okay, so that's another thing. So everybody, this is our hot sheet, right? So this is what we see. We can pick 24-hour, which is listing 64, price decreases 22, price increase 3, sold conditional 13, sold 11. We can go 3 days, 7 days. So I'm doing the 7 days. So in 7 days, we have 125 price decrease.
That's a lot. It's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
It is a lot, but it needs to be done. I don't understand why sellers don't understand.
Oh,
And I'm
Mark, look at
blaming them
this.
all.
Look at this. 25. Hold on. The first 39.
You got some rentals in there, don't you?
No, the first 39 are a lease.
Yeah.
So obviously the rental market's now just shitting.
Softening a little bit.
Oh,
And
you
it
don't see
normally
that
does.
many, you don't see that many drops in lease prices normally.
But tenants hate moving at this time of year. Cold weather, rainy. They're not moving. They're not moving.
No, no.
So I'm not
And you
surprised.
can see here, so I now have it sorted by Barrie. The first 25 are in Barrie. Well, the first 26 are Barrie leases that reduce the price, and now we're getting into the houses.
Right. Well, there's
So
that
how
gap. You got
far,
12 weeks to
what I
sell.
want to see is how many of these price changes. So it goes to here. So 66 out of the 125, so half of them
Mhm.
almost are Barrie price
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah. Right. So that doesn't surprise me with it, right?
No, but if you look in general, the price ranges, the drops, well, this one's a big one, 869 to 799, but a lot of them are very small.
Okay, pull up that one. Pull up that one since you got it up. Let's see it. Why was it at 869? This is the golden question I want to answer. Like the street. Is that a townhouse? And unit, yeah, town.
I'm
like
trying to figure it out. Yeah.
stonework. It's nicely done. I mean, hey,
It's got that skinny layout. I hate that layout.
it's narrow. I don't like it. The narrow light there. Go back to that picture. Okay, go back one. Like, look how skinny that is. That's worse than brown bear.
Yeah, there's no table.
Table. It's tough. Great curb appeal. Great stonework out front. Nice finishes, but the living space.
Well, look at where the dining room table is.
Yeah.
So you tell me if you push that chair out, you can get up the stairs?
No, it's tough.
It's tight.
Even but what even at 869? You can get a good sized detached two-story in not a bad area under 869.
I know.
Yes, new, but what were you thinking at that price point? And they probably purchased it in 2022 because this is a fairly new build, but the market don't care. And at
No.
21 is a market.
So they just listed it on October 5th.
Yeah.
So it has been on the market only 21 days.
It's still going to sit at 799. It's not going to sell.
Well, look at this one. Start at
Okay.
1249,
Okay. Go back up now. What's it?
March
March. March.
98.
March. March. That's the problem. So how many months have they lost? April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 7 months of selling to a buyer, and they've lost it. Do I
Well,
think
actually,
the
it's
price?
worse than that because they started in January of
Oh,
2024 at
okay. So I'm talking about a
1228.
year, a year, a year.
Yeah. Then
And
they
then we
went to
face the
1249 and now they're down to 998.
and you know what? Let's look at it. That's the right price. So why didn't we start there? This is what I don't understand. Is it a seller? Is it a buy? Is an agent pricing this stuff? Are we pricing it to what's listed?
It's a nice home.
Nice home. That's the right price. That's the right listing price. The right listing price. It is. Love the area. It's got some size to what's 25 to 3, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check. This is done. Oh, no finished basement. No deck or anything out the back.
Yeah.
Backs onto the EP though.
Yeah, it does tell me that person.
It
But
doesn't give the square footage. Mark,
I don't know why I put go down and
the
see the
stupid
agent.
Toronto board never gives it.
Who's the
It's
agent?
4 bed and 4 bath.
Pull it down. I want to see if yeah. Okay, it's out of the price.
Approximately 3,000 square feet, Royal
Oh,
Park, three
okay.
years
Whoa,
old.
whoa, whoa. Stop right there, please. Stop right there. Stop right there. Here, big red flag. Offers will be presented on Tuesday, November 5th at 6 p.m. You're not getting any. Sorry,
Well, that's why they went to 998.
but that's the market value for that house. That's the market
I think
value.
it's higher than that. In that area for 3-year-old house, it's higher.
The buyers got their pickings. I
I
don't
know.
think.
I'm just saying for 3 years old and that big,
Yeah.
998 is too cheap, I think. The taxes are 7,282, so the assessed value is high.
Yeah, well, let's see. We'll see this back on November 6th, back on the market, because no anyone can just pull the history up, go, why are we wasting our time going in on here? They've been trying to sell it for a year. I really believe that's the market value. That's me. And I could be wrong, or I could be right. If I'm looking at all the properties, what's to choose from in that high range and square footage, let me tell you, they're a dime a dozen.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I see a lot at the 2,500 square foot for a million.
Yeah, well, and it's sitting. I've seen it too.
Yeah.
All
But
based
this
on
one is 1,299 and it was at 1,3 something on Jewel House Lane, 5 bed, 4 bath, 3,500 to 5,000.
home. It's got a pool in the backyard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the price on it now? Nice street.
Beautiful house.
It's nicely done. It's very nicely done. Like the kitchen, like this. Yeah, nice
It's
island.
huge.
It's a nice home. Very nice home. Big. Great area. Nice finishes.
1299, I think.
It's a tough one. No finished basement. That's a tough one.
1299. It started at where the hell is it?
Scroll down.
No, history. 1345.
And I don't know. I don't think
Taxes are 9,676.
if I had a finished basement, maybe that's a big fat maybe.
It's 3,650 square feet
I know it's big. It's
in
big.
Grandview build. It's nice, Mark. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna get 1299, but
Yeah.
that's a big house. There's, in Barrie, it's like to get over 3,000 or 3,500. It's not actually that common, eh?
No, I know. I know. So what would you tell a buyer today? What would you tell a buyer today that's thinking of maybe going, do I buy now or do I wait and see what the pricing is going to be like in the spring? I think the pricing is going to be higher. I think they're going to try. I think the sellers are going to try harder to lift this market a bit, but I don't think the buyers are willing to jump.
I have really mixed feelings because I don't really know what's going to happen, but I've seen some like that one on Athabasca at 599, and my client hasn't answered me back, and I'm thinking, like, you realize that is a very good price for that house,
Yeah, it's a great price.
and they're not withholding with offers, nothing. Like
Yeah.
some people are pricing it aggressively to get it gone.
Yeah, they're motivated to sell. Maybe they got the eye on another property. Maybe they put an offer in. I'd take an SBP on that. I would. 'Cause it would set
Well, this is the thing,
price
like,
properly.
yeah, and you don't, and so like for buyers, I think there are some out there that are decent. I think some are crazy. I don't know what's going to happen in the spring. I mean, until some of this inventory clears out.
Sellers take notice. There's a lot of inventory. Gotta know what's going on in that market. There's a ton. Look at those spreadsheets. You got questions, ask us. We'll show you where the inventory is.
Well, I'm just shocked at how many I've seen in October, because usually you see that influx in September, which we did see some,
Oh, we did.
but now we're seeing even more now.
We're seeing a lot more now. And is it driven by people thinking, oh, the rates are down, more buyers are coming out? Right now, too early to tell that game. They're not coming out right now.
Well, you know what it almost seems like to me? The opposite has happened. It's sparked sellers, not buyers.
For sure. For sure.
Because now sellers are thinking, oh my God, now I can sell my house.
Yeah. I can get a little bit more money for it. No. Not with all that inventory sitting there, you can't. Not even close. Okay.
No.
Well, if anyone wants any more information on the real estate market or wants a valuation or some inventory, or more information on the inventory, reach out to Dan or myself.
Hit the like, subscribe, drop a comment if you want us to do anything. If you have anything you want us to do or questions.
Yeah. All right. See you.
Perfect. See ya.